I have. Hello. Okay, hello to anyone who is hanging out. Let's see what we are going to do today. Apparently I subscribed to myself to see what I'm working on today. That's kind of funny. What am I working on? Let's see, where'd my stuff go? Let's see. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So now hopefully everything's set up for anyone that is hanging out and about. Okay, what's the audio quality? Let's see. So today I think I'm working on absolutely nothing. Let's see what we have. So I finished up these two. I just need to edit them, so we're good there. I think I need to finish working on the complete settings screen. Right now I have... Where did it go? Where did it go? Hey, I lost it. There we go. So right now I have all of the nodes covered. However, I don't have... Let's get rid of extra stuff. I don't have things such as an auto setting, and I don't have, let's see, so this is what we have so far. Well, let's close that. Let's get that into a visible. Here we go. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We have nothing in gameplay because, well, I can't control the keyboard yet. I have my basic audio, so we're good there. So video settings, we have everything good in here. Everything work that I have. These buttons aren't proper yet, so this one doesn't close. So let's hook up the cancel button. Let's go through everything that's broken and start fixing it. So what should our cancel button do? Our cancel button should reset and apply then, right? Is that what the cancel button should do? Yeah, our cancel button should simply reset and apply. Yeah, see, so our cancel button has issues here. I think it only has issues because we are in the other version. So let's see what our cancel button does in our packed version, shall we? Oh, let's see. So what do I have working today? Mr. Deweyable. No problem for showing the settings notes. They were actually added in 4.11. I had hoped I would get to them before now, but unfortunately just too busy. I figured it'd be a good idea to pop them up. So yeah, once this is done, the rest of the settings videos pop up. I'll actually have my example available, and I'll have another video on it, and hopefully it'll help a lot of people. So no problem, glad to help. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. For Rob, my plan is to stream Monday through Friday and this kind of stuff. Basically whatever I'm working on for my YouTube channel for tutorials or answering questions, trying to help people out, see what I can do in general for Unreal Engine blueprints. And I got, oh yeah, I was checking out the full example. See, I got distracted again. Okay, so let's see. We have our, oh, that's quick access. Where's our desktop? Where's our desktop? There it is. Okay. Unfortunately, with the settings, we have to make sure we test inside of a fully built because the plane editor has issues. See, like our cancel button, yeah, our cancel button is broken. That's what we need to figure out. We need to figure out why our cancel button is broken. So let's find our, let's see. So VSync is false. Desktop resolution is false. This is set to windowed. This is set to windowed. Preferred full screen mode 1. So are we resetting to our confirm or resetting to defaults? Would be the smarter question to ask myself now. Current settings, yeah. So that's definitely got an issue. Yeah, these go up on YouTube, so feel free to view the archive as well if you can't stick around. Not too really worried about it. You know what? I don't like this one. Here's what I'm going to do. If we have a cancel button. Since we're canceling out, it's not really an issue. And the next time we load up the screen, it's going to load up the default. So what we're going to do is... let's see. The next time... Let's see. When this window is loaded, if we can figure out where I hid everything. It's right here. Here we go. We are loading off of the disk every time. So all we need to do when we cancel is just close. So actually all we need to do is remove from parent self if we hit cancel. Okay, so that's all we need to do. So the cancel button's fine. The accept button is fine. What we're going to code in now is, let's do it a little more. Close the window. Let's add a little text here. I was just covering in one of the videos I just did. I covered the where's it at? These ones, overall scalability level. And I actually think these would be fun to put into our designer right here as a maybe under quality. Well, anyways, in here somewhere as a preset for quality. And then basically you can unlock the individual quality settings. So you have general, low, medium, high, and epic, and then you have individual settings if they want to tweak it further. So give the player more options and put into use more of our nodes. So the question here is, these are my video settings, these are my quality settings. Overall quality, and okay, so let's do this. Let's call this one let's try to spell individual properly. Individual quality settings. And let's put a double spacer above this. So let's do this and this. We're going to copy these two out of here. And we're going to place them above. So we're going to find, where are we at? Above the spacer, right? So we're going to insert. I friggin' hate inserting stuff in here. Because you have to paste it in the parent. What do we got here? We just got a text block and a spacer, right? Okay, let's just add that stuff in here. Let's add another text block in right there. And let's find another spacer. Let's just drop these in this way. It should be right here. Okay, so we'll just go with that. We will copy this one and we'll paste it into, no, you can't paste out of there. You can just copy the font settings, right? That's all I want? Yeah. I can't copy the whole... Oh, there's no way to duplicate when you drag in here, is there? Alright, let's find out. You know what? This gives me something to do. Let's see if there's a way to duplicate in here easily. Because I want to duplicate this below the spacer, and I want these two. I want these two right here. Actually, I want a third one because I'm going to need another box. So I want to duplicate these two. But can I duplicate them in above? Let's see. Cut, copy, paste. Dragging definitely doesn't do it. Oh well. We'll do this the hard way. Let's collapse all this crap. A part of the video options VBox. We'll put it down there. Figure out where it just went to. It's these two, right? Yeah. And those ones will go right here. The spacer needs to be below. There we go. So this one's going to be the overall quality setting. We'll go with that. And hello, Charles. Welcome to hanging out. Let me double check and make sure my stream's on all the channels. Give me a second. Because I have one person on Beam, 3 people on YouTube, no one on Twitch. No, never mind. I can look on here and it'll show me. Just make sure Restream's working. Online Twitch, online YouTube. Yep, online Beam. Okay, so I'm good. I just don't have anyone watching right now, which is all good. Okay. So we need to copy one of these. We're going to go, let's grab the visual effects. So we're going to grab the visual effects HBox. And this is going to go under our overall quality setting, which is this one right here. So we need to put it in there, which means we need to paste it into here. It's going to be this one right here. It's going to go right there. There we go. Okay. And we have a spacer, so I need another spacer right there. So let's copy this spacer, paste it right there, and it's going to go there. There we go. Okay, good. Everything looks good. So this is going to be overall quality settings. We don't need a text block over here, so we can clear that out. We're going to need low, medium, high, and epic. So we're good there. So now we need to set up all of our options. So this is going to be our overall quality, low checkbox. Then we have overall quality medium checkbox, overall quality high checkbox, and then overall quality epic checkbox. Now we have access to 4 checkboxes. This one I need to rename so it's named properly. So this is going to be our overall quality HBox, so we know what it is for the future. There we go. So now we have everything at least properly set up. Okay. Now that we have those, we need to make an array to hold our values, and then we need to get it so it's set up. So let's go ahead and make ourselves an array in here. And that's the event dispatcher, not the array button. There we go. So new variable. This is going to be the overall quality array. This is going to be of type checkbox of array. So type checkbox and type array. There we go. Compile and save. Okay, so now we have our array that we're going to be able to fill up. And then we should have 4 checkboxes for overall quality. So we're good there. So what we need to do now is start copy pasting, because that's always fun. Copy, paste. Delete our events because they do not exist anymore. Go to our overall quality low, and when we click on it, or when we check state technically, low, medium, high, epic. Let's move this up for copy pasting sake. I think that one's off by 1, isn't it? Actually, I think those are all just too low. Okay. So there's our checkboxes, and now we figure out where on this wacky thing we put it. Right there. There we go. We'll hook up these. We will line this up to the right because it's prettier. There we go. So now when they click on low, it'll be 0, 1, 2. Okay, so now when they click on the checkboxes, we're good. Now we need to reassign our actual checkboxes here to make sure they're the that's the epics. We want the low, medium, high, and epic. So to make sure when they adjust the proper checkboxes, we're good. Like that. Let's line these up to the right. Let's hook these in to our little select. There we go. Okay, so now when they use the checkbox, we're going to set the right option. Let's make sure we adjust the proper array, overall quality. And save out. Now we need to set the overall quality. The overall scalability level, like that. So we are good there. Okay, so that should be our setter for handling the overall quality options. That one should be done. Now we need to handle our loader, which is all the way up here. Load and apply initial settings. Let's give ourselves another pin, because why not? We're at 14 already. Well, we have 15 now. Go down here. And this is going to be a checkbox, so let's copy this one. Paste it into here. This one's going to be a lot different because we basically want... How do we want this to work? Oh well, let's set this up and then I'll think about how I want it to work. Which is like the opposite of what I should have done. Let's see, overall quality low, medium, high, epic, and delete that. We need to get the overall scalability level, plug that one in, set all these up, align right. Let's see, we're probably going to go somewhere around there. Plug in all of our nodes. Of course it went up, seriously. There we go. Make sure we're doing the correct array. We want our overall quality. This will handle toggling the group. Now we need to do our overall quality nodes. We need to get overall quality, which I keep saying quality, but it's scalability, but it's close enough. There we go. So we'll get it and we'll set it, and there we go. Now our initial load should be fine. Once we hook this up, all the way up here. Let's reorganize this down so it looks better now. Where are we at? We got, what do we want the middle to be? We got 10, 20 of them. We'll go for something like this. Looks like it's about in the center. Rodrigo, right now I am not shipping any games. I'm just basically passing along information, showing people Unreal Engine 4 and stuff like that. And that is a metric butt ton of files that Google is trying to download right now. But I'm not shipping any games. I do the game jams, I help people out, I do like that, but I've done games before. I'm not working on anything now, and I have no plans in the future for any shipping product. Okay. So we have, okay, so now we need to populate our combo box. So that is the next one we need to do. So we are going to duplicate populate textures array. We're going to call this one populate overall quality array, because if we don't do this, we don't actually have an array to work with. So we're going to set the overall quality array. We have our make here, so we're good. And then we need to fill in our 4 checkboxes. Overall quality low, overall quality medium, overall quality high, overall quality epic. So now, oops, we should have stuff ready to be worked on if I have any settings inside my engine. Now the problem I'm gonna have is what's gonna happen when I have a custom setting. That's exactly what should happen. Okay, good. Because if I have a custom setting, it's -1. -1 is going to mean there's going to be no setting in here. Because there's no setting, it should do no overall quality, because I've gone ahead and redone my own custom one in here. So what I need to do is, shoot, I need to make a 5th in here. I need to make one called custom, don't I? Oh, crap, which I can't assign to -1. So the question here is, if someone chooses an overall quality setting, like let's say epic, and they apply, it's going to override our individual, which is what we want. Now if they start setting an individual, it's going to change overall to custom. But I don't have a custom setting in here. Good morning, Mr. Ryan. So now we're in a question. How do I want to handle that? Well, let's handle it, making it work first. This is all of our examples. So what we need to do is grab these. Here, let's grab all of these. Pull them out of here. Wrap them. And these are our examples for the tutorial videos. Because these are things we do not need right now. This is, you know, something someone can delete if they want later. Yeah. And let's color this, shall we? Let's see, comment color. We'll go with like a red. Oh, screw it. Run 0, 0. There, now it's a red. That way we know that they can delete them if they don't want these. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to hit that target. There we go. Okay. Those are out of the way, so those are good. So when they handle a switch here, which is these ones right here, we are setting the overall scalability level, which means once we apply, it should be fine. So if I was set it to low and hit accept, it should be setting it to low right now. I need to hide my, oh, there we go, I can do this. Okay. Low, accept, cancel, and we're at low. We're exactly where we should be. Close, play. We're still at low. Play. Okay. Epic. Accept. Cancel. And we're at epic. Okay. So the quality settings are working fine. So we're good there. We don't have things updating properly is what we need to do. Which means I need to basically determine what I'm going to do. Do I want an unlock? So low, medium, high, epic, custom. Or do I want it when that they... Yes, when you're in the editor and you change the... No, it's not a bug. When you're in here in the editor, when you're doing PIE, play in editor, and you adjust the settings quality, it adjusts the editor ones as well. It's what makes it hard to debug when you're in here, because it adjusts those ones and some of them don't work, like full screen and scalability itself doesn't work. So most of the time you have to test these inside of the cooked package version. But it doesn't solve this one. Basically, there's no right answer to this one. Do I unlock these settings if the player chooses? Oh, that would be fun. This is inside of a scroll box, and I can hide the scroll box. You know what? The point of this is a concept for a fully working setting screen, so let's make it as advanced as possible using blueprints. I think that would be fun. I think that would be fun. Okay, so overall quality. So do I add a checkbox over here for custom? Do I add something above this for custom? Do I add another box over here for custom? See, custom is going to be -1 is where the issue comes in. And -1 in an array simply doesn't exist. Which means I'd have to check for it. Not too much of an issue, but that means I'd have to check for it. Let's see what happens if we just add custom. I've not done this. I've obviously only got 4. So let's see what happens if I add custom in here. So let's add another checkbox. Let's see, we're going to need another spacer and a checkbox inside of our horizontal box. Low, medium, high, epic, epic. And we're going to call this one the overall quality custom checkbox. So now we have a new checkbox for being epic, and we'll call this one custom. We'll go with that. Yeah, let's try that. When we have custom enabled, which is -1, it's going to hide all of these settings. No, it's going to show all those settings. If we have one of these chosen, it's going to hide all of those settings. Well, this could be fun to code up. Let's see if we can get custom to show up now properly, because we can't get our current scalabilities working. So we have an issue. So our issue is in our loading. So we need to find our loading, which is hiding somewhere in this massive amount of functions. Okay. And did I hooked it up, right? 14 should be the loading and setting of our quality checkbox. Okay. We should be getting the overall scalability level 0 through 3. We should handle the toggling of the overall quality array based on what they chose. Huh. Oh, I'm curious if, let's see. So let's debug, shall we? Print string. I'm curious if this is not going to work in the test version. Let's see what our actual scalability level is, shall we? When we load. 3. So it should be choosing epic. Our epic option is not being chosen for some reason. So let's go into here and figure out why this is not working. Did I plug in the wrong ones inside of here? This is running, obviously. Low, medium, high, and epic overall quality checkboxes. Get overall scalability is returning 0, 1, 2, 3, correct? It is returning 3. We are filling in our overall quality array. I wonder if this one is, yep, see, I knew I didn't do something. So, during our initialization for filling out our button arrays, we created the function to populate the quality array, but we never actually ran it, so our quality array is empty. So now if we run this, there we go, epic. So, I knew I forgot to do something. So let's go back here, get rid of our debug. Okay. So now in theory, we have epic settings. If I go in here and screw with some crap and hit accept, we no longer have epic. Unload, load, we should have -1, which comes back as an invalid setting. Good. So now we're at the point where we're handling our group and we have a -1 value. Is there a way to give us a negative option? I highly doubt it. I don't see why there would be. Yeah, see, it's just going to give us that. But, aha. Just because we have, yep, doesn't mean we can't work around this. Overall quality, custom. Where'd my custom go? Here's my custom. Plug in custom to option 4. And what we want to do is an if. And if, I'm gonna have to move this stuff over. Okay, let's move some stuff over to give ourselves some room to work with, shall we? So we don't accidentally delete anything. And hello, Razor. You're welcome for the tutorials. If you have any questions or comments or anything you need assistance with, I can try to help. Feel free to ask. Right now I'm working. Oh, actually, you know what? I can. Where's my OBS? Let's change my title because I know what I'm working on right now. Cleaning up the concept project for settings menu. There we go. Now I know what I'm working on today. Something that is not centered on my screen. Oh, let's see if we can figure out that one. You can see how much I use OBS. I know. Well, this is the title inside the actual OBS itself is what I've got. But yeah, I should have a update the title on Restream. Yeah, that is actually smart as well. But you like it aligned to the right? You don't like it centered? I actually literally have no idea. Oh no. Wait, Now you're confusing me. Oh, I gotcha. No, I assumed this thing was going to center itself, which obviously, as you can see, it didn't. Which makes no sense to me. Oh, well, whatever. It's close enough. It's good. Let's go back to that. I like that. Well, if I can figure out how to get it to go on the right, I will be more than happy to. So, like there's a right. I used XSplit. XSplit doesn't allow me to record out at a different setting than I am broadcasting, as far as I can tell. I could not get it to work properly. Not with on-demand recording. And if you can help me with that, you can, if you can figure that out, I'd be more than happy to switch back to XSplit. If not, I like the ability to record clips as I need to, which OBS lets me do. I've got 1.5 years of XSplit sub. Okay, we'll go with that. Ryan likes that. We'll go with that for now. But I'm working on cleaning up the concept project. Rodrigo, I'm working on a project now trying to replicate one effect in blueprints. Can you help me figure it out? How have you done blueprints? PS not related to your stream. PS is perfectly fine. My stream is what I'm working on because I have nothing else to work on. I'm more than happy to try to help people if I can during the stream. So what are you trying to replicate in blueprints, Rodrigo? And hello, Boris. More than happy to take the thanks for the tutorials. If you have any questions or anything, pop them up. If not, just feel free to do whatever you feel like. While I get distracted by chat once again. Okay, so if this is equal to negative, well, we already did an if. We need to do an equal to. What we're gonna do is check if this is equal to negative. Ooh, haha. I can do another select. Wait. No, wait, switch. Can I switch on it? I can't switch on -1. Wait, can I switch? Huh. Can you? No, because that's not going to work, because I'm going to do the other ones. Ah, screw it. So if this is equal to -1, what we're going to do is change... crap. What we need to do... Okay, so... you can't select a negative value. And I don't want to do 4 different friggin' switches. Okay, hold on a second. So you're saying on a switch to int, remove the default pin. Well, I can set this as a negative. That's fine. Yeah, I could do a negative on this one. Well, the thing is, I need to switch a -1 into a 4. I need the ability to put in 0, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3 into this select, which you can't do. So if I convert a -1 into a 4, then I can plug it in as option 4. So that's fine. The problem is I need to be able to, basically, if this is a -1, I need to basically switch into a 4. I was hoping to do it without a variable. What do I mean by +5? This node right here returns back a -1. I can't do a second select node. Well, I'd have to. Yeah, I'd have to do a second. I couldn't do a second select because I can't pull in a -1. That's my issue. I don't want to do a switch it in because then I got friggin' yeah. Seriously. Well, I can do this another way unless someone pops up with one. Temp int bar. Yeah, let me show you the goal here. There we go. It's not what I want. This is not the prettiest thing in the world, but I don't think I have a choice here. There we go. Let's go back in here. Like that. And then I don't need my index here. Like that. There we go. I mean, that'll work in theory. Fog of War. Select with a bool. Okay. And then in theory with a bool, and then I could flop out either. Yep, might work. You know what? Let's see if. Let's see. It's not the. No. Oh, wrong button. Son of a gun. I think I got where you're going at, Ryan. Let's see. I need to change the stupid type. There we go. Like that. And then plug in a return variable there. If it is equal to -1, I'll return back a 4. If not, I can return back this value. Is that what we're thinking about? I think that'll work. I always forget there's other bools in there. Yeah, I think that will work for what you are suggesting. Look at that. Look at that. Yep, I think that'll work, because then we'll get, basically, if it's equal to -1, we're going to get back 4, which is what I want. If not, we should get back 0 to 3. Boom. Yep, that should work. All right. Lots of nodey thingies. I always forget that you have the enum and bool option on the select. I'm used to just the integer option. I keep forgetting so many things are context sensitive. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Now if we get back in -1, we should have custom, which is what we want. So let's go into here and hit accept. Let's close this down, hit play. Oh, we didn't get custom. Probably because I didn't load up all the nodes. So let's put in all the nodes for custom. I did see your question, Rodrigo. Give me a second. I don't know if I'm able to help with that because I haven't looked at it completely. But if you give me a second, I will double check what I read. Overall custom, there we go. And of course, these things are aligned. Right, there we go. So there's my proper array. I think I need one more thing. Here's my load and apply. I'm pretty sure this one is. Okay, that's the load and apply. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, we're still at low. Let's set stuff like that. Close it out. Hit play. There's our custom. Yep, there we go. So that'll work. That worked. The question is Fog of War. Yes. Yes, it is Fog of War. So I'm working on a strategy game like Civilization 6 and trying to emulate the effect that shows the map as an opacity as the player moves on. It's like Fog of War, but with opacity. Unfortunately, Rodrigo, that is something to do with materials, which I am not very experienced with. I'd love to be able to do it, but I know I don't have the skill set to do it because of the required work. Ryan has suggested there are marketplace assets to do Fog of War because of the difficulty. I have seen other people working on Fog of War systems, and they are very complicated to do. There is a UE4 stream on it. There's an Unreal Engine 4 stream to do things like that for Fog of War. It is part of the, I want to say like the overhead pathfinding overhead. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, the material in the sphere would work. That's what I'm trying to find right now. There's some blueprint tutorials on the forums, but unfortunately they use C++ because of how much tracking you need to do when you're doing a Fog of War system, because you have it opaque, or you have it partially faded out, or you have it completely clear if it's within someone's visual range. It's not simple. Yeah, okay. I think Ryan found it. Yeah, let me take that. I don't think I can put this into YouTube. Let's see if it lets me. I don't want to let other people will. Okay. Try that. This is basically what you're gonna have to start with. It's for depth and location based effects on whether or not it's basically if there's no one at that location or you haven't unlocked the location, you're going to yeah, no, I got that. It's just YouTube itself restricts links if you're not the host is the problem. And I couldn't remember if I removed that option or not. YouTube is a pain in the butt for chat. But Rodrigo, check that one out. Unfortunately, I wish I could help you, but that's just requiring artistic skills that are beyond my level. I'm not an artist, and materials I can grasp the basics of, but it's one of those things that is beyond my skill, and I wish I could help you with that. I do know that there are forum posts that cover Fog of War. My personal recommendation and Ryan's personal recommendation, simply if you had the money and this was important, there are some fairly cost-effective solutions on the marketplace. This is one of those things where if you can afford it, it is highly recommended to buy an out-of-the-box solution just due to the difficulty for learning how to do it properly. But I am sorry that I don't have anything I can give you directly right now. I wish I could. Because that is something I've thought about trying to do, but I've tried it and I've seen what other people have done to get it working, and it is an insane amount of work to get done properly. Okay. Yeah. Here is an issue we're going to run into. We don't want to set the overall scalability. Oh no, I guess setting it to -1 would be fine. No, we can't set it to 4. Oh, it's going to get it and then set it. Never mind. So never mind. Yeah, this one's a recursive function that's intended to work like it's supposed to. So, as you notice, this stupid thing keeps setting itself to low, which is highly annoying. Oh, do I have it set to go back to low because I have the other thing turned on still? No, I got rid of that. Okay. There we go. So we're set to custom, just like we should be. Close out, go back in. Yeah, and we're back to low because this thing's a giant pain in my ass. This is the problem I run into when I mess with plane editor stuff. Custom, exactly like we expected. Next time I load it up, goes back to low. God, I love this plane editor stuff. Which means it's something I'm doing in here probably. And hello, Crier. Okay. So what am I doing wrong here? The first time I run this, if I change some settings, we're fine. If I accept it, the game user settings file saves to -1. No, everything's working fine for this. I'm wrapping it up by putting in some of the missing features. Basically all the videos are done for the nodes, but I want the complete working system. So I'm adding in this overall quality settings option here. So you basically have a preset. Ooh, maybe I should call it preset. Ooh, let's call it preset. So I'm adding an overall quality preset and then giving the ability to do custom and then having your own custom settings down here. So everything's working, it's just I'm adding in this new function, which is of course not working because, well, it's not working. Okay, so custom is fine, exactly like we expected. Run it again, and we go back to low, which is not how it's supposed to be working. I have a feeling it's due to the stupid plane editor, which is set to epic. Ha, that is freaking awesome. Okay, you know what? Let me actually... Yeah, see, it's setting itself to low. like it's supposed to. Okay. Oops, look at that node disappear. Okay. So we want to print out the overall scalability level upon loading. We're at 0. Okay. Change these. Next time we load up, we should be at -1, which is proper. Don't save anything. Close it out. Hit play again. We're back to 0. So we have an apply node that's firing off, which is probably right here, which is taking our custom setting, which is probably right here, and forcing it to save out the wrong ones. Yep, 0. Resume. Custom. Correct. Play. Debug. We should have, see, this is current value 0. The current value should not be 0. This is my problem right here. Play an editor when you're working with the game user settings because it changes the actual settings in the editor. Some things don't work. Like, for example, full screen modes don't work properly in Play an Editor. And then the stupid quality settings in here don't work, save properly. This is probably where I'm having the issue. They don't save properly when you're in the editor. So let's test this packaged before I start breaking stuff, because it may actually be working in the package build. Yeah, it's just an issue with the package build. For whatever reason, certain settings don't load and save out properly in the editor when you're working with scalability and game user settings, and I know why. It's just annoying to debug, because technically you should build out to the actual project and test the build project, which I have here. Okay, let's see how this one builds out. Okay, so this is fine. I did not even get a chance to see what that said. 3. Okay, we're at epic. We're exactly where we should be. Our preset is at epic, and all of our settings are at epic. Cool. I hope that works for you, Rodrigo. If it does, feel free to let us know, because that would be awesome. I want to go and change it to custom now. Okay, close this out. Run. See how I told it to go to custom? Oh. I hit play in the editor. Let's try that in the proper way. Okay, -1 is fine. We're at custom. We're exactly where we should be. I'm not going to save anything. I'm going to close out, run it again. It should stay at custom. It goes back to low. Yeah, so, God, son of a gun. So what we're going to need to do is debug this in here. Let's go back to here. This should set it to custom. Let's go into our actual saved files. Oops, that's the logs files. And we are in our custom settings right now, which is exactly where we want to be. Let's go back to our game. And that was the wrong folder. Run the game. We're at custom. I didn't touch anything. I closed it out. We'll go back to our settings, and yep, they've reset to 0. Something is forcing a change and a save to low quality, even though we are not. So what we need to do is find my apply nodes, which is this one right here. This is the only one in here that comes into effect after this. So if my game so something is changing my scalability settings back to 0 is what's happening. I'm getting them here, and I have a feeling I might not be able to do a setter right here. I think it's causing an issue. Okay. 0 and 0. Accept our custom settings. Run it. -1, -1. Yep, so we're fine. I run it again, it's going to be 0, 0. So it's not here. This is still a -1. So we don't have a failure state here. Is our failure state here? String. Okay, are we failing before we apply? Let's find out. Yep, that's where we're failing. So close make more sense than cancel. See, I thought about that. That's a good point. For Pro Tools, I thought about that, but then I mean we have naming is so subjective. I mean I could have auto detect, save, apply and cancel. I could have you know, yes and no. Close might make more sense now though, because I do have it set to yeah, you know what, I like that actually. It's a good point. Cancel before, what it would do was take the file, revert it, and then apply it, but that was causing issues. I think close might be smarter. I'll go with close. Nice thing is easy to change. Let me actually adjust it in my audio menu. If I can find my audio options. There we go. Let's change this one to close also. Okay. So, no, good suggestion. I liked it. Crier, yeah, I should be on Beam right now. I should be on Beam, I should be on Twitch, and I should be on YouTube right now. I know I'm on YouTube and Twitch for sure. I think Ryan's on Beam, so yeah, I should be on all three. Let's go back to our... Here we go. And yeah, you can just go to beam.pro/MatthewW on Twitch. Which, that was nice, Ryan, except he can't see it on Twitch. Let's see, beam.pro/MatthewW. And there we go. Yay. Okay. So oh, okay. So we learned something, is what it is. I bet you it is this right here that's causing the issue. Which is an interesting thing to learn, that of course I did not know. I probably should have read the code. Look through the sharp. Yep. I bet you that's what it is. This should say -1. Yep, okay. So what we learned is, if you set the scalability to anything that's not valid... Oh, let's see what happens if we set it to a 4. I don't know, let's actually test this theory. Make an int. Let's set it to 10. And -1, 3. Okay, so it is a clamp, it looks like. Yep, it's a clamp is what it is. Okay, so now we know that the overall scalability node clamps. If you have it below 0, it's going to go ahead and do a 0, and if you have it above 3, it's going to clamp it to 3. So now we know that that node clamps, which also solves our issue. No other node clamps that I can see. That's funny. But there we go. Now we're at Epic. Let's go ahead and set this to custom. Close it out. Play. Custom. Close it out. Play. Custom. Close this out. Play. Good. There we go. And hello to Beam Crier. So we are getting somewhere. So now we have a working set here. We go to low and hit accept. We have everything on low. It should reload at low. We can go to Epic and accept. We hit close. Everything's at Epic. It should reload at Epic. We go to custom. Screw around with some stuff in here. Like that. Hit accept. That's a bug. Okay, I need to fix that. I need to fix that in my selection box. Inside of here is wrong. Oh, okay, so let's give ourselves another option. And we give ourselves pin number 5. Overall quality, custom, pin number 5. And then we need a 5th box in here for custom. When they click on it, quality click, there we go. We find where he was supposed to go. He's down here, there we go. And we'll do a setter here. So he's set to 4. There we go. So I know that if he comes in as 4, he sets himself as that. We should handle the toggle group now. This needs to change. No bad, no bad, no bad. Evil, don't do. We need to fix this. So let's unhook this. This is the part of the code that we need to hook up right here. Well, when you select low, medium, high, or epic, it sets the preset qualities. This right here is going to be hidden. That's the part I need to code up now. So all these individuals are actually going to be hidden. When we click custom, then this is going to unlock, and then you can change these ones. So maybe it doesn't make sense because I don't have the bottom part locked yet. Which I actually need to, where are we at? Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. I don't know if I want to keep it visible or not. Should I just grayed out? I was thinking of just hiding it, but maybe grayed out would be smarter. But if, well, no, because if you grayed out, people are gonna be like, oh, I can't click on it. But if you hide it, then they won't even know it's there until they click custom. I'm gonna hide it. The nice thing is I can do both and check it out. I'm gonna try both. Because this isn't a scroll box, what I need to do is find this. I need to put these 3 things inside of a... They've got to be in a horizontal box, or else they're going to friggin' go crazy on me. Right, vertical box, that's what I meant. That just screwed with all my settings. Can you not have a scroller inside of a vertical box? All of my code is available in GitHub, everything I work on, and you should be able to find it in the description on any video. Oh, do I want to do this lazy? Oh, let's name this custom. That way at least it makes more sense now. You know what, I'm going to lead towards the graying out option. Kind of like that one, because if now that it's named custom, it'll make sense when you click on custom. So graying it out now makes more sense. So what I need to do is figure out where I hid my friggin' scroll box. There we go. Let's see, custom quality settings scroll. This way I can actually find it. If I was smart, I'd be using the searchy thingy, but you know, where's the fun in that? So I'm curious, what happens if we do that? Oh, look at that. One checkbox will actually make this super simple. Oh, I love it when things are implemented easy. So that's the is enabled behavior on the custom quality settings scroll box. Oh, this is going to be so simple. So what we're going to want to do is, oops. We handle toggling. We don't need to get. Wait. I had that set to get and set, right? No. Oh, whoops. We need. Oh, crap. Double crap. I gotta go back in. Yeah, okay. So. Okay, we're gonna need to do an if branch here. And if our temp quality value is equal to 4. Yeah. So basically, if we're doing custom, we're going to want to do one thing. If we're not doing custom, we're going to want to do another. So if we're going to do the custom, we're going to go ahead and Let's see. Did they choose custom? If they did, we're going to show it. If not, we're going to get the game user settings node and set it right here. And then we're going to get the, and then we're going to set the overall quality level. If I can figure out where that node went to. Did I miss something? Yep, overall scalability. It's going to be equal to the temp quality value. There we go. So that's what we want to happen. So that's good. So if we choose one of the presets, let's make sure that works. Medium, except, actually low is easier because all my items are gone on the left. Yep, okay, so that's good. Run this through again. Still good. Run this at epic. Still good. Yeah, okay, so we're good. Now we just need to code up the branch. Let's see. No, no, Lasso. Yeah, Vaso. Yep, not a problem. I know you're not lazy. That's why you asked a question. I gave an answer. Yep. Inside of any of my YouTube videos will be a link to my GitHub. Anything I do inside of here is freely available to download and play with. And for Crier, another person who's a weirdo. Check settings before starting any games. Person said exactly what I was thinking. It's always show all the settings in all games and show overall quality as preset until it's preset, and if you change anything, it becomes custom. I agree. That was one thing I'm looking at. I'm going to try it this way, just to show another way of doing it. I will see about coding up both of them because it should be really simple. So let's see what we can do here. So what we need is our node. What is our node called? Custom quality settings scroll box. Get custom. Custom quality set. Here we go. Yep. Get set is enabled. We want this one. I'm gonna have to move this over for now. There we go. And this one should, in theory... Okay, so let's see what happens when we do this. Okay, so everything's disabled. See, I like that. I like that. You have your low, medium, high, and epic, and then when you choose custom, you get all your custom settings enabled. And then if you're not choosing that, it locks it out. I kind of liked it when it was hidden, personally. But, that's what I like. But you are saying basically this should always be enabled. And like, for example, if I had it set to epic. Ooh, I need to fix that too still. But what you're saying is basically I can come in here like this. And if I decide, I want the view distance to be near, I click near. This immediately changes to custom. And then I'm good to go. So that's what you're suggesting as an alternative. Basically, if I screw around with anything, it becomes custom. If I choose a preset, it becomes the preset. Yeah. That is actually a good question, Ryan. In terms of what auto detect is detecting, you have the ability to. I went through the code, and unfortunately, it runs another set of code which I didn't read through because I don't like reading through it. But I mean, you can multiply it, and basically, my machine's pretty beefy, so I get almost everything on Epic if I'm running in the build version. If I run my multiplier down lower, it ends up giving me like super low settings. I don't think it targets a frame rate. I think it basically runs like a hardware test based on performance. Like, I run the benchmark. The benchmark gives me a value of 1,000. 1,000 represents epic, and it does something like that. So if I run it's kind of like, think of like 3D Mark or something like that, where it gives you a number. and then it takes that number, and that number determines what values should come out. That's how it works from what I've seen. It doesn't actually seem to target a frame rate. It just says how fast is your computer, and here you go. Yeah. And if you want, and for targeting certain frame rate, if you screw with these values, you can get it to basically tweak itself, I guess would be a better one. If you weren't targeting very high hardware, go ahead and run like a higher multiplier here. That'll give you back a better value, better result, better quality. And if you want it to be harder on the benchmark, give it a lower multiplier, like half. And then they're going to need a much beefier computer to get back the same results. So that's, you know, that's basically what you would do on the Blueprint version of it. But honestly, just run it, figure out where it auto-detects on your target hardware, see if it hits your goals, adjust your hardware benchmark numbers, win. That's how I look at it. So let's see if we can implement both methods of this, because that's the nice part about Blueprints. It's really easy to screw around with stuff. And we'll see which one feels more natural. I have a feeling the second one's going to feel more natural, but I'm going to have to do more work to get it to work properly. I was trying to go for the easy version. I also do need to put in another change. The accept button. My accept button is not coded properly with these new changes. There's an auto detect. Where's my accept button? Yeah, so the problem is my accept button doesn't take into effect that you might have something that auto changes, such as scalability. So now, in theory, if I coded this up open enough, it works. There we go. Low, medium, high, epic, which should have been on the other one, and custom. There we go. Then we change these, test it out, go back to medium. All right, okay. This is unfortunately in the wrong spot, so we don't want that there. We need this in the options button. Here we go. Apply settings. Let's see. Apply settings. Yes, they have chosen yes. We're going to load and apply. And I am paying attention to chat, sort of. I kind of see it scrolling, which means, hey, you should pay attention to me. But I want to finish doing this before I break it again. No, nothing changes, except we should have epic. There we go. Okay. So we have successfully coded that working, except I'm still debugging, and I don't remember where I left the debug code at. Oh, where's my stupid load? I'm pretty sure it's in the load one. Yeah, it's right here. I figured as much. Okay. Okay, let's go to chat. Can you post a GitHub link? I can do that. I can actually, let's see. I think I have it in my about section too. I'm curious about that. I should probably put it in my about if I don't, but I think I have it in my about. I do have it in my about, so I can pull it right out of there, which makes it super simple. Assuming it didn't try to make me edit it when I copied, which of course it did. So, let's see. Let's post this to all my active checks. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I'm having fun with chat. I forgot my drink. I'm sitting here for streaming for like an hour and I forgot my drink. That's interesting. It only posted to YouTube. I wonder why it didn't post to Beam. Well, there's the one on Beam. And then I'll push on Twitch because I can. There we go. Huh. The restream didn't post it everywhere. Anywho, so Crier, let's see. Make sure when you change to some settings, it updates values for every settings. So, I mean, switch to medium, it switched to medium. Did you mean when I just did what I just did? Where when I do medium on the overall, it now fixed itself? I'm hoping that's what you meant, Crier. Because if you did, I was one step ahead of you because I knew I forgot to do that. Ooh, look at that fuzziness on medium. My awesome trees over here. So for this example, since I actually have a full example I need to show off, I need to actually hook up my player in here. Well, so you're saying when I click on high, it should set all these to high, and low, you think it should be immediate. Well, what is anyone's opinions on that one? Right now, basically, unless you hit accept, nothing actually is saved or applied. What Crier's suggesting is, what I do now is, these are your presets. See, if I had this stuff hidden, this wouldn't even be an issue. But since this is visible, and let's say you choose the Epic preset, he's suggesting that these settings should change to Epic immediately, rather than after I actually apply it, and it shows what the current settings are. Now that I'm walking through it, I kind of agree. Well, yeah, no, my intention is actually to make one set of widgets, just I can change it in code using little branches to do it two different ways. But I'm agreeing with that one. It should change. Let's do this. You know what? I'm leaning more and more towards what you're suggesting. I like this way visually, but functionality-wise, I think your how would the code be harder? If I have two sets of widgets, now I have to maintain two different sets of things. If I make a change to a base with something else. If I simply have a branch somewhere, or a copy-paste, or functions, two functions you hook up, then and it's easy enough. But I like your, I think I'm going back to what you suggested. I think I'm going to make it where, I like branches. You can branch to functions. You can switch to functions. You can gate to functions. You got functions everywhere. Keep in mind, this is not a real project. This is a concept video to show people how to do stuff. So if I leave the two branches in, it will allow the person to customize it. But we're kind of off topic just due to the fact that I've already decided I'm going to go back to the other way, like you've suggested. I kind of like it where everything is selectable when you have these different ones, where nothing grays out. I think that's a better idea. I think we're going to go with that and then go from there. Which means I don't need this, and I don't need this. And so how do we want to make sure it applies it? So the problem with my load and apply is it's going to run this, which is going to apply everything. So let's adjust this to a new input, and we'll call this one should apply. And then do this, and we will do an if. Like that, okay. And then we'll do should apply. There we go. My default should be true. So where's my stupid input? Default value. Whoa, that's kind of cool. You just type in true? I've never done a default for a Boolean passing into here. It seems like it's weird, right? I'm not crazy. See what happens in here. Nothing should change. Okay. Alright. Okay, oh, we'll have to figure that out. Yeah, no, don't worry about the gray. I liked... That's the whole point about this. That's the good part about doing the blueprints and doing everything. You get to iterate and you get to try things out. And, which I like. So what I want to do is if they chose custom, we're going to load and apply with should apply disabled. And this should give the effect we were talking about, which apparently it didn't. Oh, I did custom, that's right. So we don't want the custom. We need, it should be down here. This is on the wrong branch. Like that, there we go. Now it should, there we go. So that's what we're talking about in terms of that. So everything now sets itself to the proper grouping. So we're good there, right? Hopefully everyone can agree on that one. And there's no more disabling. And then if we choose any of these settings, we're going to highlight custom is what we're going to do. So we don't need this one. What we're going to do is, where's our custom button? Where's our custom button? Where's our custom button? Custom quality settings scroll box. That's not what we need. We need the overall quality custom. Here we go. And then we need to find our, this one right here. Handling or toggling group. Like that. Okay, that was kind of stupid of me. I have it right here. Wait, they chose custom. Okay, we want, oh crap. Okay, so no, this is, shoot. So that's not how it's gonna work. What we need, oh, more code. Basically, I'm gonna have to have code in anytime they change any of these settings, it toggles onto the custom. Okay, well, that's what a function's for. Let's make a, actually, technically that should be a macro, probably. I like functions more than macros. Yeah, so let's make a custom function. Okay, and we're gonna call this one something with a very long name, because why not? No, short name. What do we call this one? It's called toggle overall quality custom button. There we go. Because why not? And then this one we already know is going to be index of 4. Actually, we don't even need this because we're just gonna toggle in this one. So that's actually all we need right there. Right? Because all that should be exactly what we want. That should toggle our, yep, okay. So that's gonna toggle our over quality custom button. So what we need to do inside of our, basically every one of these, which is our custom quality, so starting with view distance. After they've done this, after they've set their custom view distance, shit, is this gonna fire off the checkbox? Oh, I guess we'll find out. Toggle overall quality custom button. So let's see if this works with one of the options. So low, medium, high, epic. And we go back to here. So is that what we're thinking of? We have our no, medium, highs, and epics for our presets like this. And then if you choose one of these options like far, it changes it to custom. What are you thinking about that one? No problem, Teak. I love doing this stuff. It gives me, as you can see, lots of fun stuff to do and learn and pass along and screw around with, and hopefully with the streaming, chatting with people and helping them out if possible. For concept videos, alternate methodologies to help viewers to understand the code creation process. That is my thought process as well. That's why I try to do it. This is why my concept videos generally tend to be larger and not complete, because they're meant just to show a concept of something. The nice thing is I can, even though I'm probably going to go with this version of it, which looks like it's good. And the nice thing is this also shows a really nice reason for breaking everything up into functions. I should be able to just do this with every single one of them. And every single one of them should automatically work. Foliage should be like, yep, okay. So let's see if they all work. Let's see, low, medium, high, epic. We're good there. And far, medium, high, medium, medium. Oh, we're good so far. High, medium, medium. All right. It looks like everyone's good. And it's pissed off at me at the same time. Let's build this out and actually test and see if it saves everything custom. Okay, we'll get this to build out. And we'll go back to chat. Let's see. Yes, no, I'm glad. Yeah, this is why I'm doing the videos. It's why I'm doing the chat. It's why I'm doing the live streams. It's why I'm taking ideas and suggestions. It's why I'm doing it all and recording it. People can see crap that breaks, crap that goes wrong, iterating over things. Hopefully they can see nice advantages of using blueprints and seeing how easy it is to... Well, we tried this, and it's cool, but let's try a different way. This way's better. It works out better. And, you know, people can do stuff. Okay, so let's check this out. Here is our settings. Let's go to Epic, hit accept, close. Everything's at Epic. These are broken because I don't have the material correct. Probably fix that. Go back to your game user settings. Everything's at Epic. We're good. Go back, run the example. Everything should be where we're at here. Let's go with medium and medium for visual effects and shadows. Close this out. Close this out. Go to our game user settings. There we go. We have medium and medium for our effects and our shadow quality. So we're good there. Test it one more time. Everything should load up. Custom. Epic. Medium, medium. Yep, good. So all of that seems like it's working. We can go back to Epic. Let's go to 12 by 720 windowed. Unlimited frames per second. Really low on there. Hit accept. Close that out. There we go. So now I need to hook up the ability to display it for the example, or else you can't pull up the settings menu. And I need to fix my material on those things first. Let's go to foliage, foliage types, mesh. Let's find our stupid materials. Seriously, is it my unlit? Yeah. Let's go to our, there we go. Usage, where is my foliage? It's already set up for instant stack meshes. Seriously? Okay, so what am I doing wrong? Because that should be working fine. Or is it the world grid material that's not working fine? That's probably what it is. There we go, instant stack meshes. As we save and bring the stream to a complete halt. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I've apparently lost 16% of my frames streaming today, and I didn't even see it happen. And no one complained about it, so that's awfully weird. I will admit I'm extremely confused right now. But, let's build everything out and see if we can get our 3 friends. Twitch was lagging for you, but you moved to Beam. But Beam didn't have any issue with you? Or you haven't had any issues with Beam? I lost like 3% the other day and didn't think anything of it because I was doing like 3,000 spinning rotating objects, so I expected it to have an issue. I was saving, loading, iterating, doing a bunch of crap I expected, but crap. I'm gonna have to keep the stream up while I'm streaming just to verify what's going on here. Okay. This should fix. I hate having small bugs like this. I'll try to fix my build. I need a character in here. Let me can do that while I'm waiting in here. Let's see. Generic character. Let's copy him over to my settings, and this will be our settings character. Okay, let's check our package project and see if that fixed our material. Of course not. Seriously? I know why this isn't working, but why is it not working inside of the freaking package? Okay. This is my happy tree friend. This is his material. These are our materials we're using for his item. This is the unlit master that I'm using. The reason it's not working is because it's a instant stack mesh. The material's not being built out. So that should be working now. Oh, wait, hold on. I wonder if I'm spending too much time trying to fix stupid stuff. Okay, let's... Yeah. That's all good. At least I can do other stuff while it's building out. Okay, so here's our character. Let's get rid of all the generic crap I don't need in our generic character. We need a begin play, so we can put... Okay, no, we don't need a begin play. I have an inventory input, don't I? Or do I have a used input in my project? Let's find out. Interact. Let's just go with the interact. Why not? Actually, you know what? Let me make a new one called... Oh, I have a pause button. Let's hook up the pause button. That's close enough. We'll consider that a menu. So if they push the pause button, we check a valid. And if it's not valid, we're going to create a widget. And what the hell did we call our widget? Settings complete example. Complete example. And we will promote it to a variable. This is going to be our settings menu. Okay, we'll go settings menu, reference. There we go. And then we need to plug this in here. So now this will work. Bloop. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and remove from parent, which this is never going to get called, so it really doesn't matter. Seriously, why is my... Thank you. I don't care if you're context sensitive. This one should never call unless I set it up, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, settings menu, then we'll add to the viewport. Get our player character. Not the character. Controller. Where's our player controller? Where is our player controller? There we go. Set input to UI only. Set show mouse. Yes. There we go. Save. Let's go back to our map. Let's remove that. And let's test our example. So we got a little duder, we hit the pause menu, and that's not the pause button. Where's my pause button? Oh, let's actually use the correct player this time. Settings. Load. Make sure we use our correct settings character. There we go. And make sure our map is using the settings game mode. There we go. Load it back up to be safe. Now do we have our settings character? Yes, we do. Pause. There's our menu. That's what we wanted. Close. Oh, forgot to give my character his stuff back. So let's set that up properly inside of our character. Now we'll set it inside of the widget. I don't really want to mess with this crap right now. What is this? Oh, I just have a node hanging out in the middle of nowhere. That was kind of cool. Where's our close button? There's our close button. So we're going to copy the code because it's so much easier. Now we're going to paste it right there. And set input game bloop, bloop. Okay. Let's see if we can get our mouse back. Mouse, everyone's happy. Pause menu, everyone's happy. Close, everyone's happy. Alright. Hello, Schlump. Okay, I think this example might almost be done and ready to work. Everything's good. We have a pause menu. I still have debug code, which I need to... Oh, I gotta find debug code. Let's see. Find your blueprints. There we go. String. Where am I? Oh, that's my character. Wait, this one doesn't count. I don't want my character. I want it in here. No, I want it only in the current blueprint. There we go. There we go. This is what I need to get rid of. There we go. And then I do have my debugs right here, which I still need to get rid of. Okay, these are debugs for my examples, so we don't need those anymore. I already did those videos. So let's clean this code up as best as we can. There should be another one for vsync. There we go. Save and compile. Let's look for more print strings. These are our demos, so I'm not worried about those. Let's see. Demos, 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 demos. Demos. All right. Okay. Cool. All of our testing ones should be gone. Golly, that's a lot of blueprints all over the place. These ones should be all done. Okay. Let's test it. We can move. We've got full settings like we expect. Here's our pause menu. We're set to custom. Let's go to Epic and accept. Let's close it out. Load it back up. Damn it, I can't test it in here. See, this is the problem. When you're running in the selected viewport like this, you'll notice this is supposed to be a square resolution, but it doesn't load it up properly. If I run it in standalone game and let it go, this one will load up properly, but it's loading it off of a different set of variables. In addition to the fact that it doesn't save the stupid variables when you change them. And no, I can't get out of the stupid thing. Yep, it's just why it's a pain in the butt to test this stuff inside of here. Okay, there we go. Okay, everything should be good. Let's see. We should be running at unlimited frames per second, right? Which technically I can't friggin' tell because let's use our options menu, which I can't access anymore. Oh, because I'm an idiot. So, we need to set you to invalid. There we go. Okay, now we should have our menu working again. which I do not. Because I'm not in... Oh, crap. See, I tried to half-ass something and this happens. Okay, let's not half-ass then. Son of a gun. Disable input. Set the input mode, game and UI. This is what happens when you try to half-ass something. Okay, this should be the controller, and then this is the control pawn. That one can go. Where's this one going into? This one's the controller, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then technically, that one's going to here. We can clean that up a little bit, but yeah. There we go. That's just stupid code. Should have all been done in the right one stupid place. But I'm a dum-dum. Okay, so now we shouldn't be able to do anything when we come back, which is what I'm hoping. Close, and I should have no input yet. Okay, that's exactly where it should be. Now we need to trigger this one, which is going to be our... Let's just do this just to be doubly safe. That's way too big. Okay, let's go with that. Let's see. We still have that set. We have that. We do not want to show the mouse cursor. We now need to enable input. Let's see. Okay, so that should allow us to move, and we should be able to move again. But I'm not calling that properly. So I need to call the pause menu from inside of my here. So custom event. Toggle pause menu. There we go. Then we go back to our example, find our close screen, because I'm a dum-dum. Where's it hiding here? There we go. Don't need that. Don't need that. We do need that. We need to get the control pawn, since I have this in the player instead of the controller. Like I should. It's not an interface event. Son of a... no problem, Rodrigo. Glad. Hopefully you learned something. Slump, I see your question. Let me finish coding this the right way, since I didn't do it the right way, and then I will go back to... then I'll see if I can assist you with this one. And then we are going to toggle the pause menu. This is still the wrong way, because it should be in the controller, and I should be using an interface. But I just want it working properly. Okay, moving, pause menu, close, working again, pause menu, good. Okay. So that's fine in there. We're toggling the pause menu when we click cancel. And where is my character? There we go. Okay. So that's at least half of a fix right now. It's still technically not right because of that one and that one. But this is always just more fun just to screw stuff around. Let's see. Anyone know where my begin play went to? To technically be construct, which is probably over here somewhere, right? Wait. Nope, right here. There we go. Listen for input action. And was that the, what was it called? Pause button? Pause button. Pause button. Pressed. So we are going to consume it if it happens. We're going to add a custom event called toggle pause. Pause. What? Press. I don't know what music this is, but I need to figure it out. This is kind of cool music. What is this? Sims 3, of course, yeah. Soundtrack for The Sims 3 is awesome. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now I can move. I can hit pause. I shouldn't be able to move. I can change some settings. I can close it. I can move again. I can pause with the P button a couple times. Okay. Now I'm happier. Yeah, listen for notes so we can unpause while we are in the pause mode. Yeah, it should be over like that. So can make this a little better like that. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Okay, so I have a bit of a problem. I watched your line trace videos already. I wonder if I can block the line trace once it hits a specific object. Basically, if I spawn a mesh inside the game, it has a specific object type with line trace for objects to react to. But it doesn't, it just goes straight through. I understand if you don't answer that in stream. No, I'd like to answer that if I can figure out what we're asking. So let's close this and let's find our Epic Launcher. And I actually have a line trace one I was playing with, so we can go into here. Actually, apparently I have two of them. I don't know why I have two of them. Okay, so block the line trace once it hits a specific object. Yeah, I mean, line trace for object should react, but it doesn't. It just goes straight through. So you're having a problem with line trace for object? Is that the problem? I don't know where my example went. Okay, here's this one because this is my door one that I was playing with. That's my non-door one. Yeah, this is my door one. But that should be my visibility channel, I think I was using. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, because I was just doing visibility channel on here. Okay. So let's say, so our issue is, I've already got this set up. So we want to do like a line trace for objects is what you want. That's what you're asking for, right? Here, let me unhook this one, move it over here, and put this one in its place. Let's see if we can get it working with the for objects. Let's see, this one should be my world location as my start. This one's my end. We have our object types, which is an enum of object types. Okay, which is going to be our the objects, right? Yeah, which is our object types right here. Okay, so we'll move this down to here. Hook this up like this. Okay, and in theory, everything should be working again, but it shouldn't work. So here's my door, and nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen because, oops. This is not on debug. Let's do that. There we go. So I can still shoot, but nothing's going to interact because I don't have it set to interact. Now, do you have an object type set up for your object? That's the first thing. Inside of your, let's go with project settings. Yeah, collision. You have your object channels. Do you have an object channel set up? So like, I'm going to call this one my door, and it's going to block by default. So in theory in here, which I have to refresh, we now have a door. Okay, so inside of my door itself, if I can figure out where I put my door. Here we go, here's my blueprint door. It should be of object type door in my collision, which is going to be my door. And right here for the collision presets, you have your object type. So like I'm going to need to go to custom and change this into a door. And my door is set to block everything. So in theory, if I set this up right, as you can see, the door, the frame is not blocking but the door is blocking everything because it's hitting that object channel. That's the basics of using the line trace for objects. You have your collision object type set to the appropriate type, and make sure it's going to, okay. So a couple things to check. Remember, when you're doing a line trace, it's gonna have to be a blocking hit. It's gonna have to block it. So my door is set to block door. So that way when I'm firing it off, because that's what I'm gonna fire off, my line trace for objects is gonna have to block based on door. And it's set to door and set to block. And then my line trace is set to trace. My type is door, and that's it. It's just gonna fire it off. Should be no difference between spawning, assuming you've spawned it correctly. Are you doing the spawn actor from class, I'm assuming? Let's try, let's see, spawn actor from class. Let's try spawning a door right here. Let's spawn it somewhere we can test with. So what do we have here? This is my door. It's at 520, negative 290, 170. Let's see, so 520, negative 290, 170. I think that's what I did. 520, negative 290, 170. Okay. And then if we were to move the door, let's do it around the positive value. So we're going to move that back. Positive 290. So we're going to want positives on everything. So we're going to go with positive 290, like that. Well, yeah, so, and let's do a begin play, which I already have, of course. So let's call this, oh, you know what, we don't even do that. We'll call it, shoot, we'll just go U. Well, when we push the U button, it should spawn a door. Let's see what happens here, shall we? Okay, so hit U, and there's a door. So if I go to the door and shoot it, yep, the collision works fine. It should work just like it was pre-done. So I spawned in that door, and our collision is working fine. And even still works with my existing code like I planned up. It's just my door is actually backwards. See, this door is correct. It'll open up that way. So there's our door. And yeah, so it works with spawning. So no, there shouldn't be a difference unless maybe you're changing something. But if you're doing a spawn actor, it should spawn with all the default values. So assuming your default values are set up properly, you should be fine. So we'll go with that. You can try, I mean, a test. You could try something like this. Let's do it over here. Grab like a cube, and we'll drop a cube into our scene right here. We'll find its collision. We'll set it to presets to custom. We'll tell it to do door, like that, and then we'll hit play. Now this should block our line trace by objects right there. And this is just a straight cube using that. So that's a good test right there. If it blocks like that, then your line trace is set up properly, and your object's set up properly here. This cube for the collision channels, but your blueprint that you're testing with doesn't work properly. So we need to look at the blueprint. If we're firing this off and it doesn't go through, then that means either your line trace is set up wrong or your collision channels are. Like for example, if I go back into here, we'll change this to go for projectile. And we fire it off. You'll notice it's going through fine. Because I'm telling it to go based on projectile, but it's not a projectile object type, it's a door. So if you're getting this result, then your line trace is bad. If you're getting it to block, then your blueprint's bad. And if something else is happening, then I don't know, is there a third option? I think there's only basically two things. The line trace is bad or the objects is bad. So let's see if we can eliminate that. So try doing that. Drop something in there, set it to the proper object channel, shoot it, or do your line trace, and see what happens. And I will leave that up. Let me sync my code for the day. So my code is up to do. Are you going to be able to test it now? If so, I can hang on for a little bit and we can see how it goes. If not, we can, you can test it and then see how it goes tomorrow. Let's see. Finished game user settings. Examples. Finished concept for game user settings. We'll push those. No, you'll be able to test it now. Okay, not a problem. But hopefully you did understand the basics of just an easy way to test it. Your line trace is pretty simple as long as you have your line trace firing out. Make sure you have your object type set to the correct one. In my case, I did door. Make sure your collision is set to door. And for testing purposes, just drop a cube in, set to custom collision, set it to door, in my case door, and fire it and see what happens. See if it blocks or not. And we can go from there. Yes, all these streams should auto-upload to YouTube. Assuming we have the copyright stuff taken care of, which we think we do, we should have no issues, and it should auto-upload after a couple hours because YouTube processes it, and they should be there. I don't see any more questions. I've got my source uploaded. I've got my examples done for the day. I've got videos to edit still for the next 2 days and more stuff to record, but that's not really an issue. But the nice thing is I have my working settings done. So I have like 4 different things I can work on for recording, which means I have, unless basically, hopefully I'll be working on some stuff people suggest tomorrow. If not, I will be working on really boring utility transform nodes tomorrow. So people will either save me with good ideas or I'll be covering how many more nodes do we have left to do here? 24 more nodes for utility transform. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I appreciate everyone who had questions. Hopefully something got learned. If not, you at least saw me continually failing at a few things. Everyone have a good day, night, evening. Let's see, we've got days and nights. I don't think there's anything other than days and nights. So we'll go with days and nights. And I will see everyone tomorrow.